Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to play around with some stamps. Oops, sorry about that. Some stamps and watercolor in my journal. And I'm actually going to attempt to do this on some dot paper. So in order to do that, we're going to use watercolor pencils and then a water brush. So that is my plan. We will see how well that works. I just got to stick my hard surface under here, and I'm really not going to make much of a water mess, so I'm not terribly worried about that. Let me get a clip. I just really need a hard surface, like to be able to stamp on. Okay, so far so good. So I just pulled some random stamps. I found these little guys. Obviously, I've never used these before. Just little wildflower stamps. Probably got them off Amazon or something. But so my idea was to do just a few little flowers, maybe a butterfly, and then I wanted to do some wording on this dot paper. So we shall see how that goes. This may be a big fat fail. And if it is, everybody will get to see. All right. So I wanted to do this little daisy looking flower. Almost called it sunflower. Wrong flower. All right. And so what I'm going to stamp these guys with is Distress ink, which is water reactive. And I am going to use the lightest color, at least that I have. I think it's the lightest color other than white that's in the distress line. And so the idea behind this is that it will make a very light impression. And so that way it gives you an outline, but yet the ink is so light that it won't be much of a distraction. Let me stamp this real quick. I've never used this one before. Yeah, I think that'll work. I don't know. Sometimes these cheap little no-name stamps don't always print evenly. But as long as we have a basic outline, we're just using it for a reference anyway. So this is a really good idea. Like if you are not very comfortable with your illustration abilities, if you want to get an image but you're not super confident on doing it yourself, this is a great idea. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, we just need an idea. Good. Okay. And that's just going to give us a basic template that we can use. There's nothing left. All right. Let's see. I think we need like a smaller one. Yeah, maybe we'll use that guy. I'm just going to get kind of not a background, but a idea of where I want everything placed. That's crooked, but that's okay. And so just keep in mind when you're using this antique linen, it does have a tiny bit of a yellow color to it. So you'll want to keep in mind that whenever you're, picking colors to paint with. Let's see. Let's put him down here. Oh, I think I moved that. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. And if you were working on, let's say, maybe a smooth watercolor paper, you could probably even uh, lift that ink a bit so it really wouldn't show at all. I don't know how well that's going to work on this dot paper. All right, I think we need a butterfly too. Sorry for the plastic. All right, which of these guys do we want? Yeah, I think I'm going to do some writing in here. And so maybe we'll do the butterfly up here. Do I want this guy or this guy? I think I want this guy. It's so pretty. Well, then you also have to think about, this is not going to stamp. If we wanted it to stamp, we could use an archival ink. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. We will get an archival ink, and that way, that one will leave us an outline. All right, let me grab that. I'll be right back. Okay, I got a couple of choices here. We have black and then ground espresso. I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to go with the brown. Yeah, we're just going to do it. I'm going to pick this guy right here. So that way, we'll get to keep all this little patterning on there since it is waterproof. So this way with the archival, you'll get a stamp outline. This will dissolve. And so it will look like, hopefully, you didn't have a stamp at all. At least that's the idea, right? So we want to try to get a good imprint for this guy. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. And I think I'm going to move that clip out of the way. Say we wanted to have some writing in there, probably. I've not worked on this particular dot paper before, so this will be a fun experiment. Oh no. Okay, and that's the part that I wanted too. All right. You can see where it didn't press on there. This is dangerous, but I'm doing it. We'll try to line it back up. And just push underneath the part that didn't print. All right, you guys. Moment of truth. Oh my gosh. How in the heck did we do that? Wow, you can't even tell. That was just a flat miracle right there. All right, so there's you a solution. Now, it's not going to work like that every time. I probably could never do that again. But, wow, that looks really good. Never know that we stamped it twice without a positioner or a platform. Okay, let's get some color on here. So I just picked out some different colors looking at my stamps, and I didn't even have a palette in mind, but look at this. It turned out to be just like an amazing autumn palette, and that was completely by accident. So I think that I'm going to do these guys, and I'm just going to go straight to the paper, and all I'm going to do is go toward the center of these little petals. And then with my water brush, I'm going to just kind of pull those out to the end. Of the petal, and that way we'll have a little bit of like a color difference, like a fade going toward the end of the petals. We don't want it just to be a solid color. All right, you guys, I'll probably fast forward through some of this. Just going to do the same thing on these closed petals. The only thing is kind of hard to tell with this tiny stamp what's what. Kind of a lot of detail in here. So that would be something to keep in mind when you're selecting your stamp. We'll have to go back in and after we wet this and probably add a little detail back in. Oh, okay, I'm just going to use a fine watercolor brush And I am going to use the least amount of water that I can to activate these pencils. Oh, get my brush going. I'm just going to pull the dark out to the light. And then if some of this ink still shows the stamped image, I'm okay with that. But you could, if you wanted to, use your water brush and remove it. Kind of dissolve it. Oh, and I guess I didn't say, these are Faber-Castell Albert watercolor pencils. These are really good pencils. I like these. I'm just trying to go from dark to light. You can also get a little color off your pencil and paint it in. You didn't get enough in some areas. Looking kind of cute. Pull some of that orange into the petals. And then I'm going to go from light to the center, darker around the edges of the center. Oof, that's kind of more than I wanted. Paper is pretty good. Not pilling. Yep. Okay, those are looking kind of rustic. I like them. A little more yellow on this. There we go. I could probably mess with this for hours. But you guys get the idea. We are not going to be perfectionists today. All right, let's get a little color in there on the leaves. And I'm just going to do a little bit. And we'll dissolve those lines. Gosh, some of this is hard to see. I don't have my glasses on. Oh, these are kind of funny looking leaves. Okay. Now we gotta do the butterfly. Let's see. All right, let's see. Do this kind of like a monarch. So I had to look up how their coloring was. Of course, I say that, and you're trying not to be too concerned with realism. Because I find for me, that's when I start getting like stressed out and not having fun, when I start worrying about, what my work looks like, what's everybody else going to think about it. So I try, and especially to show you guys, just to have fun. Do what you love to do, and who cares what anybody else thinks, This is for you. All right, let's see what we can do with these. It looked like they had more yellow, like toward the bottom, and then toward the body, and then orange toward the outer wings. And of course, they were black. I used the brown ink. That's okay. May need another color. Just being kind of haphazard here. Like a brownish orange. Ooh, like a What am I thinking of? Terracotta or something? Something I try to keep in mind when like you're going directly off the pencil is that's where you're going to have your most pigment. So wherever you put your brush down, it's going to be darker. So start wherever, keep that in mind when you're deciding where to uh, lay your brush. All right, let me grab. All right, here is a terracotta. It's pretty orange. I like it though. That's good. Okay. I'm still pretty wet. May have to do this since it's still wet. Another way that you can apply watercolor pencils is to take the pencil and scrub it on a, well, you can use a piece of paper, but also you can do like a palette, a rough palette, and then just pull it off there instead of touching it to the tip. Oh, the heck. I feel like there was a bug on my neck. What the heck? I think that was a bug. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. Sorry. Now it's making me mess up. I don't know where the bug came from. Oh, I just want to get a little variation in here. I don't want to keep you guys forever. I can't believe a bug was crawling on me. Trying to fix that little mistake there where I went out of the lines. Okay. Let's do a little bit of the brown. Since it's wet, I'm going to have to do it like this. Could let it dry and then go back over it directly with the pencil. But I'm just trying to get through the video in a decent amount of time. Been filming for 35 minutes. All right, well, it just gives a little bit of definition and variation. All right. Let's see, we need to do something for his body. Let's just maybe use a micron. Just color his little body in black. I don't know, is that going to look? Yes, we're doing it. My pen dried up? Grr. Try not to stick my head in there. I'm going to go over his little head. The antenna. Oh, that's kind of ugly. So they're all the same color. Okay. Did I miss a flower? All right. I'll probably go through and add some shading here in a minute off camera just to liven those things up a bit. All right, let's do some lettering. I like to do just a little sweet quote or something. Oh, like his little antenna. Sorry, it had to be done. After I get through telling y'all not to be a perfectionist. Okay. Okay, guys. I found us a cute little quote. She believed she could, so she did. And I sized this on my computer, printed it out, so it would fit in this area. This is definitely not something that you have to do, and this is completely optional. But if you like a particular font or sizing, then this is a great option. So let me show you how we're going to transfer that onto our paper. So you really just need a pencil, just a graphite pencil. But I have this huge one. This one is actually water soluble, so it may make a bit of a mess, but I like it because it's huge and it goes really fast. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to do it over here where I can see, is just go over the back of the writing with the pencil. You can see that was just probably a lot faster than using a regular pencil, but they work the same. Okay, so now I have that whole thing covered with graphite. Now you just need a pencil or a pen, and then put this where you want it. It's a little harder to see now that I have the graphite on the back, so I'm going to trim a little bit of this off just to make that easier, so I can kind of tell where it's at. Okay. And I can kind of see my flowers through there, so I think that'll work. I don't know if it's straight. Yeah, it looks pretty close. All right. You just go through and trace your letters. And if you have enough graphite on the back, then you shouldn't have to go over this like more than once. Once should be fine. All right, let's check. Oh, that is not bad. Not bad. Okay, so all I'm going to do is go over that with a marker. I will probably use a micron, not that one because it doesn't work, or I might use a Posca. I might do that. All right, let me do that off camera so y'all don't have to watch me trace. Okay, so all I did is go through with a Posca acrylic paint pen. This one was 0.7 millimeters, and just traced uh, the letters. And then, of course, you can shift them or whatever if you think they're a little off. Use your artistic freedom to do any adjustments that you need to. And then once it's completely dry, then you can go through and erase the pencil marks. And I just went through and added a little texture to the center of the flower there. And this is just a tiny bit, it's a little too white for my liking. And so I'm just going to add a little color to the page just to kind of finish it off. And I got these new gel sticks that are very similar to gelatos and Marabou art crayons. So I want to just try these a little bit and see if I can just add a little color in here. These actually, I tried them out a little bit the other day and they work really good. And what's cool about it is they're pretty cheap. So I think, gosh, there's 48 maybe in the set that I got. 48 of these things, and they were like $30, which is quite a bit better than gelatos. I'm not too sure about the Marabou art crayons because I don't have those. But I had like, I don't know, specialty colors, I guess you would say, of the gelatos. And I just wanted some normal, everyday colors, like greens and blues and that sort of thing that weren't um, like glittery or pastel. Oh, that's not what I want to do. And so I went looking at gelatos, and it's kind of hard to find like just a plain set of colors. So I found these, and they got pretty good reviews. So I sure am happy I found them. Let's see. Let's just do a little sky of some sort. We'll start kind of light because I don't know how these things act. And we'll go from there. You guys can just do whatever you want to do as far as backgrounds, or really I'm just kind of adding this on the fly. It's just a bit white for my liking, and I didn't really want to put the background underneath it before we started because we were using watercolor, and that would have gone everywhere. I'm really impressed how this dot paper held up. You can go through and add some more detail to your images. Let's use 2 colors. There, I use this. A little bit of this gray, blue gray. Let's try it. Never know till you try. That one's not showing up very good. Things are kind of like lipstick. Awesome. I feel like you should be coloring on the wall with them. Just kidding. It was when we were kids that we'd color on the wall with mom's lipstick. You can do all kinds of things with these gel sticks. These are just amazing. All right, that one's not showing up that great. Let's get this one. They are also water soluble, so you could even use them as your watercolor. I haven't tried that yet. They blend beautifully. Look close to that butterfly. So the sky's the limit, guys. You can do as much or as little on these things as you want to. Add all the detail that you like after your images are dry. I could probably do some more on here, but if I let myself, I can go for days on these things trying to get it perfect. And I'm really, really working on getting out of that perfectionism mindset. I feel like it's such a joy stealer. Oh, I like it a lot. A lot, a lot. That is a super cute little art journal page. Let's do the big reveal. Oh, look. She turned out so cute. Very simple. And she believed she could, so she did. We all can. Well, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. This was a fun one. I hope you enjoyed learning a new technique if you didn't know it. And please click like and subscribe. And I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.